This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation.
What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus, and let's get this out of my system while I got the alcohol in it so I can fucking enjoy the rest of my night. Whew! Okay, so second presidential debate happened, and let's keep it short, let's keep it sweet, let's keep it moving. It was a better handled debate as far as the moderators did their best to try to keep as much direction as possible. Try to keep it as concise and tight. I do applaud them for trying to control it, even though there were instances where it couldn't necessarily be controlled because it couldn't be helped. And I could try to say this in the most fairest way possible, but it's not going to come out fair because real honest talk, Donald Trump did everything he could to not make it fair. He wanted to turn it into a fucking wild back and forth tit for tat thing. And I have to say, while she did slip up a few times, for the most part, Hillary did well not to do the jump in thing and talk while he was talking and try to constantly fire back with personal attacks. She kind of kept it tighter than she did. She went there. I'm not saying she definitely didn't go there, but she did her best not to go there. Somebody must have put a bug in her ear and said, look, this isn't going to win you anything. And at this point, you're ahead. So devolving into this childish tit for tat is probably not the best thing for you. Just try not to. And she tried not to. So I give her credit for that. He clearly wanted to set the stage to make sure that people felt like, okay, one, he's being treated unfairly. Two, he wanted to make sure to get in as many personal jabs as possible about her. And three, he didn't want order. He wanted chaos. And I think that's what hurts Donald Trump the most. If he had the sense to try to play it straight, he would probably be in a better position. See, the thing that got Obama over Clinton was that even though there were exchanges that were hostile, for the most part, he kept everything to the point. He didn't make it a personal assault on her as a person or her morals. He went after her political policies and things like that. Now, of course, there's two things that people are always talking about when it comes to Hillary. It's Benghazi, it's emails. Those are definitely character issues, although I make the argument that the Benghazi thing has kind of been blown a little bit out of proportion. And in some aspects, people, please, I know what's the first thing to say, oh, so you're a Hillary fan. No, I just try to be as fair as possible. The Benghazi situation was a fucking, bad situation. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I know 100% that if Hillary didn't ask him to go for that diplomatic mission, then he would be alive today. He chose to go, and it was in a hostile territory. He's not the first diplomat to die in a situation like that. Again, does it make it right? No, but I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if we should continue to harp on this as if she intentionally sent someone over there to die. It's a bad mark. It's a total bad mark, and there are things that she definitely could have did better. But I think it's been blown to the proportion where clearly people are trying to say that she went out of her way to make sure that guy died. And even his mom has come out publicly and said, stop using this as a political point. You're fucking with his life to try to make a political agenda. His sister, he's even said, I know how my mom feels. She said that she feel like Hillary is responsible, but in the end, Hillary's not. He wanted to go. He knew the dangers, and he felt like it was worth going to try to negotiate peace for, I forget exactly what he was negotiating, but it's always going to be that moment because it's been sensationalized so much that that's going to be out there. So shame on Hillary. The emails. God. The emails are horrible. It's fucking dumb. She should not have been using her personal stuff for the emails because it definitely makes her look shady as fuck. There's no getting around that. Now, do we know exactly how shady this shit was? Not in total. We don't even know the depths. We don't know as much details as we, I guess, should know. Because she deleted a lot of stuff. So, at this point, it's just like a talking point to say she did something wrong without having to prove much. Yeah, she's dumb for that. She ain't the first politician to be that dumb. She's just the first to be that dumb on this level. And she definitely should not have done that shit. But it's like, okay, those are her two biggest blackest Martin. Of course, people try to blame the prison thing on her. I can't believe I'm sitting here trying to I'm not justifying because none of her stuff is necessarily justifiable. But I guess I'm just saying the stuff that he has to combat her with kind of is weak in a sense because it's shit that we can pull out of everybody's record as politicians, and that'll get whitewashed and looked over depending on the likability. I think that's the biggest thing with Hillary. She's not likable. She's not a likable person. You look at her and you just don't I don't really care for you, but whatever. And that's the problem. She's not likable, but she has some knowledge. She kept to the point. And here is where Trump fucks himself, is that he's so busy trying to rail on her personally and talk about how she was a nightmare, she was a failure. But when he was asked to answer stuff on policy, he would just go in attack mode on how she fucked up, or how Obama fucked up, or how Democrats fucked up. He did not give answers that were contextual. He didn't really try to answer the questions, and that's a huge problem because for somebody like me, at least, I'm not into that sensationalized bullshit. I need you to tell me what you're gonna fucking do. It's sorry people, I know you're gonna hate this. It was my issue with Bernie. Bernie had great ideas, but he didn't give me a plan of action, and that worried me. Trump, he not only won't give you a plan of action, but he just wants to pick a fight. And that's where he fucks himself. But he keeps himself relevant because that's what people want to do. They want to have sensational bullshit. They want to have drama. Like I said on Twitter, it's the reality TV show type of thing. You're not really saying anything. You're not really having a conversation. But you bring the drama. You bring the heat. You bring the oh no he didn't moments, and people adhere to that these days. You know what I mean? Drama is sensational. It's entertaining. And the loudest person in the room tends to get the attention. And that's why he's kind of failing, because yeah, he's getting the attention, but he's also getting the negative attention. He's sounding like a lunatic. And tonight he just degenerated into a fucking child, and it was uncomfortable watching. It's like, we all know Hillary's not the most appealing person. But he humanized her in a way that I've never seen happen. And that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. How fucked up must you be to do that? Because people have been wondering, I mean, ever since her first run at president, she's vilified herself in such a way. The way her behavior, she became a huge villain. He's taken some of that heat off. And that's weird. Because she had huge heat. Now, it's not even just a case of, well, fuck. She's the better of the two choices. I honestly think if you're a sane person, your thought is like, I may not like Hillary, but god damn it, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he disagreed with his own fucking running mate. He doesn't even know what his running mate was talking about. Like, he's clearly showing every sign that he really doesn't have a clue as to what he's doing. He just wants to win, and he wants to be in charge, and he thinks that he's going to be a dictator, not a president. He clearly doesn't understand the job, but people are still going to vote for him, and that's some scary shit, y'all. That's some really scary shit. Like, he has done the impossible. He's made the appeal of a lifetime politician more palatable than ever. I mean, I know a lot of these people like to rail on politics. I mean, I'm not one of those people, but I know a lot of people like to rail on how the establishment, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of made the establishment look a lot more credible, I would have to think. Because he just, I don't know. But then again, we're in the internet era where, again, sensationalization and these crazy reality show, wild, I give no fucks, quote unquote, antics appeals to this generation. And shit, even with all this, he might still pull it off. It's a scary thing. And I know I said this was going to be quick, but it just deteriorated into just me just being befuddled and bewildered and depressed because, again, as I've said many times, us not really caring about who we put in charge, and again, president is probably the least of your worries. The big worry should always be Congress and local elections, but we've like not gave a fuck about anything until we got to this 4-year period. So long that now we've gotten to a 4-year period where you got presidential candidates that have came from other places that you should be worried about. Like, you should have been worried about the business and dealings of Trump because he's set bad precedents for the working man doing some shady shit and exploiting government. You should be worried about what Hillary has done coming from the Senate on up, things like that. But we never do because we don't pay attention to that shit until it becomes a presidential thing. Then we want to act like we know what we're talking about. But no, you've put these people in the position to gain access to this power because you didn't pay attention to them while they were on the way up. A lot of these people, McConnell, all of the people in Congress that we hate, all of them grew their strength and grew their positions from the bottom up. And there were points in time in history where, had we paid attention to certain elections, congressional elections, things like that, these people would never have been able to do the things that they've done. But we never did care. We only seemed to care about the president. And that is why we now are in this political state in this country where we're all feeling fed up and angry and dejected, and it's like we helped create this problem. Sad to say, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm done. You guys, as always, hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.